What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Throwing Salt. I'm so excited that you're here today. We're getting into some relationship type conversation today, and we have a special guest. I'm so excited about this. Have you ever hurt someone that you love, but in your mind it wasn't intentional? Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. When it hurts me to hurt you. We're going to actually dive deep. We've uncovered so many tools and tips and gems in this episode that I can't wait for us to share with you. All right, we've wasted enough time. Let's get into the pod. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of what we doing? Throwing salt. I am excited that you are here today, and it's been another week, and I'm glad about it. I always say I like to be seen and not viewed. How about you?
I'm hurting.
Oh, no. Okay, so obviously we got to bring in how was your week? But before we do that, here's the thing. We've been trying to get this person here for 3 years at this point. We've been throwing salt for 3 seasons. Just throwing it. Just like, hey, is anybody catching the traction? And just out here, gonna be a dealer.
Yeah.
Out here throwing salt. and so I'm like, we've been hoping that it touches the heart of one person specifically. And it just pricks the heart. You know what I mean? And I'm excited because the Lord has done a work.
Yes, he
did.
Yes, he did.
If you don't know, we're going to introduce you to our third part of the triune, huh?
The Trinity.
The Trinity, It is, our brother is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and put some claps.
A blood brother.
Blood, yeah.
Same mother and father.
Same mother and father. Ooh, we got to do this shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's been a long road.
Thank you for keeping them.
Yeah.
It's been toils and snares, but he's here.
On my face before him.
Fleece.
Please. Calling on the main line.
On the main line. Like Grandma said, we've been praying for you.
We've been look, just like Jesus, I've been praying for you to don't set you as we.
And he's here with us.
He's here with us. And in the flesh. So this is not AI generated.
No.
You can touch him.
And he got these glasses on. I don't know why.
He's the cool dude. He's Mr. Cool. So you know how old people say that? He's Mr. Cool.
Mr. Cool.
What is this? In the new kid term, skibbity. What is this? Rizzy. He's risen us up.
Riz.
My gosh.
I don't even know what they're talking about, but okay.
Yes. So we are here to invite none other than our brother Simeon Corum, who we call as affectionately known as Man. He's been Man my whole life. Yeah. So he's going to be Man to you today. So the excuses if we don't say Simeon. We're going to be calling him Man or just
Simeon Jr.
Right. He is the next seed. He is. He is the namesake. He is the namesake. Yeah. My God. So we're going to talk about a very exciting topic today. And that's the reason why we have him on here.
You ain't asking me why I was hurt.
Okay. The thing is, I was.
Get guessed and then act different.
So there was a transition. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people just be blocking stuff. They be going the cart before the horse, right? They be like, Lord, let me in your will. I surrender. But then they take control.
Yes.
So here's the thing. I wanted to make sure that we were very clear in how we were transitioning into the episode today.
Okay.
You must have went through a turbulent.
Terrible.
It was terrible. We're going to let you talk about it, too. Calm down.
Gotta let him talk about it.
Had to let him talk about it. So, yeah. My God. So, again, we are going to be touching on a very sensitive topic today, but I think one that is really ready to be unveiled and just to be talked about. Again, disclaimer, we're not psychologists, psychoanalysts. We are just here to give our opinion and be able to kind of give some scriptures to back up some of the things that we're talking about. We're just going to be very informal because we're here with family. So some things we're going to get real rowdy about because we talk loud and we talk over each other. So I just want to just go ahead and start that off is that we're going to talk like we talk on the phone. So excuse us for being ourselves today in real form.
We're going to be like y'all. Y'all like that too.
Right.
Going
be like your
grandma's
families.
house.
Exactly. When
playing
the
cards, playing Uno and spades.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what's happening today.
Yeah, we doing.
But before we get into the topic, because we're going to jump into something real sensitive, I got to ask, how was your week?
Oh, my gosh. Let me start from yesterday.
Okay.
So, I'm in training.
Yes.
I got sprayed yesterday with OC spray.
Okay, so for the audience who doesn't know what that is.
That is the spray that they use when the police want you to stop doing something.
Got it. So is that...
It's one of
Put
them.
you down.
Put you down spray.
They hit you with that before they pull out the weapon and shoot you. That's
it's like the pepper spray?
Yeah, it's like pepper spray, but it's worse than pepper spray.
Worse.
See, mace and OC spray are two different things. They're good. They look the same, but they don't feel the same.
My gosh.
OC spray lasts longer.
Was it a stream of it?
It was a stream. Yes, he hit me with a stream.
Did it get in your
First,
mouth?
first he told me to do jumping jacks. That didn't go well. I'm like, when should I stop? I'm already hurting there. I said, He said, all right, OC. I ran.
So wait. You saying, I'm thinking you already got sprayed.
No.
You saying you already hurt.
No.
You hurt just doing a jumping
I was on the jumping jack. They had me out in the heat, in the grass. I'm already allergic to grass, period.
You're allergic to everything.
So he hit me with the OC, and I'm sitting there like, okay, why are you making me jumping jacks first? He said, that's to open up your airways.
I had a feeling, yep. Get your cardio up.
He said, get the cardio up so you can breathe it in. He hit me with the OC. Bow, right across the forehead. I ain't feel it at first. He said, run down to that little bag and hit it. By the time I got to the bag, I was like, hey! I was hitting that bag. I was like, get back. I thought I was about to tear that man up.
And what is this purpose of the training, just in case you get
Because
sprayed?
you have to fight through getting sprayed. Say if you spray somebody and it blow back and hit you in the face,
Yes.
both of y'all gonna get contaminated.
Yes.
So now you got to fight through it because he gonna fight you
So you
even
still
harder.
have to subdue the perpetrator.
Bruh.
Got it.
Oh my gosh, bro.
That's crazy.
I was like this. Get down.
You were crying. You were just pleading with the suspect.
He was like, how many hands do we got? I don't know. Five. And then we had this African dude on there, right? He was like, hey! He said, oh my God, I am dying. Oh my eyes, I am dying. I am dead.
He's saying it while he's talking.
Give me water. I am dying. Oh, I am dead. He said, I am dying. He said, please have my Dude, I'm in there. I'm gasping for air.
gosh,
I'm laughing and gasping for air. I'm like, I think, come on, man. Like that.
Oh my God.
He never laughed.
He crying.
He said, I cannot see. I am dying. And then the other dude got ready. He said, water, please.
So they don't give you guys milk or anything?
No, they gave us Dawn dish soap.
Okay.
And shampoo for tears for the baby.
Oh, like the Johnson
Yeah,
Johnson.
Johnson, yes.
Gosh.
Bruh, when I say we had another girl, she was in there. Oh, it didn't go well for her. Her whole face was like a red stop sign.
Oh my God.
She was like this, I cannot see. Huh. The other girl was like, dude, I'm going to Longhorn. I'm going to give me the biggest steak ever. Oh my gosh.
After something like that, you deserve it.
He said, she was like, oh my gosh. My eyes are on fire, man. I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore. Dude was like, man, I give you $200, you go through it again. I said, I will never do this again. Ever. And I've been sprayed 3 times.
You better not get no blowback.
No.
I'll tell you that much.
That's why I said, if I do it, I'm telling you, the nightstick coming with it. Spray. Get down. But yeah, that's my hurt story. I was hurting. And I mean, and then it don't last for just 10 minutes. You know how some things, it's 3 hours you're feeling that thing.
Jeez.
I had to wear shades.
Yeah.
When I say almost had to take a day off work, dude, yesterday, because I thought I was losing my sight.
Bruh, so look, I got it sprayed in the air one time. And then I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It was in the whole crowd. They sprayed it in the air. Bruh.
Y'all was at the go-go?
Yes. Bruh. When I tell you, you are trying to find the closest exit to get out, bruh. Like, you just need to find some air. It's bruh,
because it cuts off your air.
Yes,
man, I was in that joint. I'm hitting the water.
It's like you're choking.
Yes. I was in there, I was like, he was like, you need your inhaler? I said, give me an inhaler. Inhaler. I had to do 2 pumps in the joint. I'm like, he was like, don't rub your eyes. Everything in your body says rub your eyes. Yes. If you rub your eyes, you can destroy your eyesight.
Yeah.
literally, because there's particles in there that scratch your cornea in your eyes. So that's why they say you have to block your eyes. Like, you got to take water.
Yeah, now that I'm
block.
looking at your eyes have been through a ordeal.
Dude, it was so bad. I was in there, I was like this.
I'm
trying to stay open. I'm like, my eye.
How did you drive home?
With shades on. They were so dark, like Ray Charles shades. I said, I can't. And then the person broke my shade. I had to take some tape and wrap that around it.
Good. Oh, probably because they was trying to run.
They was trying to sit down.
Oh,
they couldn't see. Everybody sitting there. And the way they walk you to the water, they got to hold your arm. You like this. Water. The man said, calm down, man. Calm down. You got to breathe, bro. I said, I need water. I don't talk about breathing water now. But the water makes it worse.
Really?
Water makes it worse. People don't know that.
Make it burn more?
It makes it burn more and last longer. You got to get in front of a fan and just sit there.
Golly. Well, I mean, I think this ties right into our topic today. So, so you were hurt.
Very hurt.
Do you think that the person who caused the pain, do you think that they intended to do it?
They intended it, but it was for a purpose, though.
It's
For a purpose.
It was for a purpose. He said, I have to let you feel this so you won't die if it happens in real life.
Right.
Because you're going to be fighting for your life.
Yeah.
He said, now, remember, they're trying to take your weapon. You just sprayed somebody. That does not mean that it won't hit you, too.
Right.
So if it hits you, y'all both are now. He said, but if he take your weapon, game over.
Game over.
He said, the game is over. He said, because now he got your weapon, he's angry. He's going to shoot you. She's going to shoot you. So you thinking like, I'm fighting for my literal life now.
Yes.
So y'all out there, because what if you, because like, let's be honest, response time for police departments is 12 minutes.
Sheesh.
That is response time that's the average response time.
What, to come to a crime?
To a scene.
Oh,
if you're calling them for help.
Yeah.
It's about 12 minutes, sometimes longer.
Depending on
But
the neighborhood.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm
Literally.
talking about if you at a building or something like that. Say like if you at a building, you outside, y'all get into it with somebody.
Okay.
And you got to call the police, or you do call the police.
Right.
First of all, you should have a partner, but if you don't, that response time is 12 minutes. Just imagine fighting somebody for 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
You got your vest on, you got your belt on, you got your gun on, you got this person can be bigger than you, stronger than you. You're fighting them for 12 minutes.
Sheesh.
12 minutes is a long time. 2 minutes is a long time.
That's a long time.
Just imagine bobbing and weaving for 2 minutes. Just imagine just doing little movements and just moving your hands for 2 minutes.
Don't let them get up on you.
If they get up on you and they grab you and then just imagine you go to the ground with them. So you think about that. You out there by yourself. You fighting somebody for 12 minutes. Because if that's average, 12 minutes to 7 to 12, that's a long time. It's either one or two things going to happen. They going to get up off you or you going to get up off of them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get you up off me. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care if I got to dig in your eye. I'm getting you up off me. I'm going to bite the mess out of you. Shoot, you getting up off me.
Surprised you would bite somebody.
Oh, yes, I will.
I know, because the way your OCD is set up and how you don't like germs. I guess when you get
you got to think
different
about it. It's
situations.
either die
or bite.
Or bite. I'm biting the mess out of you.
I guess if those were the two options.
Well, if I have the option, I'm not going to just
Yeah.
I don't bite nobody. I don't know what you have. I'm not going to do that just arbitrarily. Hey, let me bite you. No. Never. But if I know that you about to kill me, or I'm biting your ear like Mike Tyson bit Holyfield. I'm trying to tell you, I'm biting everywhere.
It was like, oh my.
I'm telling you, I'm tearing you up because I'm trying to get up out of here.
So I think, like you said, going back to your situation and somebody who didn't intentionally cause harm, right? And I think, well, where there was intention, because again, for a purpose.
Right.
But I think if we switch that and think about what that looks like in our lives and our relationships and our day-to-day walk, about the people that we love that we cause harm to when we don't intentionally, that
Want
word
to.
is tearing my life up, when we don't mean
to
to cause the harm, right? And what does that look like? And I think why this topic is so kind of important is because this is actually a topic that our brother actually brought up. We were this is how we talk, like on the phones. We have like real long conversations. They start off one thing in mind and turns into 15 different topics.
Turn into a book.
And then it's like, hey, and so this was actually the genesis of how Throwing Salt kind of came about. It started from when we were in COVID and we were taking over like Sunday morning services, but then we were having these conversations like this with our kindred, our brothers, and literally my brother was like, y'all should start a podcast. I was like, nah, bro, we ain't trying to do, like, y'all already doing it. So, like, again, a lot of these things and these, like, these ideas come from our silent partner here.
Yes.
Who just don't want to be in the limelight.
Never do.
And it's not like, we push him there because he's going to say no and we got to beg him and force him. And it's not like, we going to be doing that because then we got to find him because we got to get a GPS. Literally, the other day, I'm going to go ahead and drop a point here. So, because my mama don't play about her kids, literally, this boy did not have his phone. His phone had died, right? So he said. Died.
It was dead.
So the phone died.
Dead.
And he didn't show up for church because he wasn't feeling well. So Mama Corn was like, where's your brother? Called everybody. She said, I'm about to do a wellness check at this point. It was not even 6 hours. I said, Mama, I just want to make sure So we had to call a few people, then we finally got him. That's how, we don't play. But going back to the topic, it's like, we've been in situations, and he'll speak to this a lot of times in his life, right? So again, we'll break it down. We're both in relationships, right? Jamal and I are both married, right? We've been praying for our brother to be married, and intertwine and tie the knot, if you please. And he always says certain things that we be like, "Is that how you really think?" Because I don't know. I don't. Did we come from the same house? We always talk about him when he's not here. So, but we do it in his face. So he's okay. Of course. Yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah. So we ask, like, why are you not ready to make those commitments, given that you've been in relationships that have seemed to be helpful or healthy, right? Or that you may have this connection or this connection with God and Jesus, and because that's what we want. But what are the things that are always happening? And it always kind of boils down to a hurt, right? Or where he feels like, I feel like I'm hurting them without intention, right? I'm in this relationship, but I don't have the intention to come in there to hurt or to cheat or to not answer a call or to be very independent in mind. But I keep finding myself in this cycle of hurting people I love the most, right? With no intention. And so how does that look? And I think that if we want to put a pin here to take it to our biblical space, is that this is like the same thing that Peter did, right? This is somebody who loved Jesus, who said that he wouldn't deny him, who said that he would fight for him, but then denied him, right? And then said, wherever you go, I'll go, but then denied him. But then after he was found out or he was caught, you were with him. I didn't. I wasn't. I wanted. The cock crows, and then now he's weeping bitterly, sorely. Why would I do that to somebody that I love? I did not have an intention to do that. When you see me and Jesus, when you see Peter and Jesus, ride or die, this is my man. Of course, I take the knife. We about to stab up. But in a moment when fear comes, right? In a moment when it's my life or yours, I'm going to take me first, right?
Or in a moment when it's opportunity.
Right? It's going to be me first.
Because the devil does not give you anything that you're not attracted to.
Right.
He never will give you an opportunity that you don't actually want.
Right.
Remember, Eve looked at the tree.
Yeah.
She may not have pursued the tree, but she definitely looked at it.
Yeah.
She looked at it.
So he asked her something that you stared at the most.
Yeah.
Remember, you're drawn away by your own lust.
Right. So I think to that point, I think I'll just let him just start because, this topic came from somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you thought about this and had this question and brought it up, and the topic is really essentially when it hurts me to hurt you, what were you thinking about? What made this something that, hey, you know what? I think I'm ready to talk about this, or this is something that we should probably talk about.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really just, I guess, life, like, you know what I'm saying, where you just go into different relationships, go into different, just not even just like, I guess, like just girl and boy. It's like any relationship, like, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you could just be to the point where you don't even know that you hurting somebody, or your actions or what you're doing, like working too much, or like, you know what I'm saying. Maybe you could be, you know what I'm saying, not around because you got something going on that you don't want to tell somebody because, like, you know what I'm saying, you don't want them to look at you like, oh, you know what I'm saying, here you go again, you got that fool's going, like, man, so you stay off to yourself sometimes,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? So you got that type of situation where you don't know you hurting somebody. And then you got the times where you just thinking that, you know, it's like, I don't know. How can I explain it? How can I explain it? It's almost like you want to do right,
Yeah.
but like something in you is like, it's like pulling you away from like doing the right thing. When
Right,
you
what
know
Paul
it's the
said.
right way, like
Yeah.
you know it's the right thing to do, and you know, but it's like, dang, should I do this? Should I not do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or why am I doing this? Or why do I feel like that? Why do I feel like that this gotta pull me, that this can pull me away from what I had going on? When I'm thinking that everything is good, it could be one thing, and then bam.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. And then that takes a turn from like not liking it to like, all right, now I'm gonna stay off. I'm gonna stay back. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. And then it's like, now you fully into you being yourself, like you being like just doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
But not really intending on hurting somebody. I didn't intend to hurt you. I just seen something that I didn't like, and then now that just threw me off. And then once I'm thrown off, I'm like thrown off. Like it's like kind of.
I think that point is important, because I think when we do something that we don't intend to do to hurt somebody, it brings shame. But then there's shame, and then there's grief, right? The shame is a little bit deeper than regret or grief, because it's like shame makes you feel like I am a bad person. So because I am bad, not the thing that I did was bad, but I am bad. And when you take on certain things like that, that I am the worst, I am this, I am this, opposed to separating yourself from the deed, right? I did this, and I'm trying to change from this, but opposed to I am a murderer, I am a cheater. It puts on a different weight for the individual to feel like, all right, because of who I am, I cannot come into your space because of who I am.
Right.
Opposed to, I did this, can I talk through it? Can I get some counsel about this? What is causing these things? And I think for your internal conflict, those questions are really good questions, not just to talk amongst like your family or people that you trust, but a therapist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of these things come from subconscious things, from things that have pulled you away, that's internal, from things that are unhealed, right? That we don't know that are unhealed. We're acting in a way that is bringing on chaos and destruction from things we don't even know why it's causing it.
But also, too, monogamy takes discipline.
Absolutely.
Monogamy is discipline, and it's accountability.
Yeah.
When you are in a monogamous relationship with you and another person, it's a discipline that you have to have, because you always will have options, but will you take it?
Right.
Polygamy is that you have different options and things of that nature. That's why God says, that's why it's very hard to serve the God that we serve.
Yeah.
Because it's a monogamous relationship.
Right.
And it's discipline. He holds you to a standard, but then you hold him to one too.
Yeah.
He said, I will if you.
Exactly.
You will if I.
Yeah.
Meaning, love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as yourself. That's his 2 commandments. Right. But the discipline is you have to do what he say. And then the not just the discipline, but the accountability is, when I don't do what he say, I still have to go back to him and face him.
Right.
But even in a relationship,
It's the same thing.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel most people are not ready for relationships, because they're not even ready for relationship with God himself. Because it takes a level of accountability and a level of what? Discipline.
Right.
And I think that we have been so used to so many options that discipline looks scary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Discipline.
It's fear.
It's
Yeah.
fear. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, most men that has been bachelors, they don't want to feel locked down in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I got to answer to one woman. What if I don't like her?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so I think to your point, like, what are some of the behaviors? What do you think some of the root causes were behind some of the behaviors you exhibited? So, like you said,
like the fear of being in trouble. Like, you know how you do something. Say you do something, you're child, you're young. You know what I'm saying? You get in trouble for it.
Right.
It's almost like that fear, like when you have in a relationship too. It's like if you did something and you know you got to go face that situation. It's like, man, I got to do this. I'm not the person to talk a lot.
Right.
To talk a lot.
Yeah.
I like to just, if I did something bad, I did something with something. If I did something, I'd rather I could just, I may pay give you something. You know what I'm saying? Take you out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. But I don't want to, talk about it the way they want to talk about it. They want to really, really get involved. And I'm thinking, I'm not even that type of person where I can express a whole lot anyway. So it's like, I don't even be knowing. Like, and then when I don't say nothing, it's given, man, why you act like that? Or why you don't say nothing? Why can't you come? You could have came to me and said that a long time ago. Yeah, but you think I could have said that to you. But my mind ain't doing that. My mind ain't working the same exact way as which I think that, okay, yeah. If I feel a certain way, I can come talk to you right now. Nah, I gotta process it in my whole body at first, in my mind, like to say, am I ready to come out here and say, this is what I'm doing, or this is what I want you to do, or this is what's name, or because it don't even have to be like I'm doing something. It could be something they're not doing, but I don't want to say something because I don't want to ruffle no feathers. I don't want to what's name. So then I start acting a little different, and I start acting crazy. And then it's like, well, I start acting standoffish, and then it becomes a problem. You see what I'm saying?
So that's that's the thing that I look at too. Before you make really bad mistakes, more than likely you'll be distant.
Yeah, for sure.
And same thing with God.
Yeah.
Before you really do what you really want to do, you will distance yourself from Him first.
Yeah.
And I learned that just in my own life. I knew I was messing up when I started distancing myself to the one that I used to share everything with.
Yeah.
When I started turning my phone over. I started going having conversations over here.
Yeah.
When I started doing this, when I started supposed to be home at a certain time, but wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's a pattern you start seeing. Remember, everything has a pattern to it. It don't matter what you do. You can have a pattern to discipline and undisciplined that has a pattern too. Meaning what? If a person know you, they can tell when something wrong with you because they know your pattern.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how women pick up on you.
For sure.
That's how men pick up on you. You don't do the same thing you've been doing. Oh, so now you staying at work until 3 o'clock in the morning. When you start doing that. Oh, now you want to take the call.
But that could be a cause and effect, though. You know what I'm saying? That could be cause and effect. That could be, okay, yeah, you're doing this because something is not happening at home. You know what I'm saying? So now I have to protect me because if not, I'm gonna go off in here and be looking crazy. Now you wonder, like, why you do that? What's wrong with you? Why you acting like that? Sometimes I gotta realize, take myself out the situation, and then come back. And sometimes it's not accepted. Like that's not accepted. It's saying, okay, you know what? Well, you could have just talked to me. I could have.
Yeah.
I could have, but I don't know if I would be able to explain everything that I'm explaining to you if I didn't take the time that I needed to. You know what I'm saying? To figure everything out at this point. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't talk to everybody either.
And you can't.
You can't. That's the cliche of, and I'm definitely going. People say that, but you can't talk to everybody.
Talk to everybody.
That's I've learned that.
You can't.
The worst thing that I have noticed in relationships is that when you put your heart on the line and you get a blank stare.
Bro, that's the worst.
That is the worst feeling.
Worst.
I mean, I'm being genuine with you. And you just looking at me like this.
You be ready to get up out of this. Like,
now that's when I feel like what I say is not valid.
Right.
And then when you feel it for long enough, you start turning your feelings off.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you don't care if you do hurt that person.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
Because you hurt me. You don't know you did, but you did.
Right.
So now it's an unintentional retaliation sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm not looking to cheat on you. But if the option comes, remember, don't say what you won't do if you never was presented with the option.
You're right about that.
I said a lot of what I wouldn't do until I was presented with the option.
Yeah.
And the option, sometimes you took.
That's why I never did that. I always, we young. I'm like, look, I don't try not to put my mouth on nobody. Just the reason why I say that is because you just never know where you gonna be at. And then, bam, you done said that you would have never did that, and the whole time you in it. Yeah. Now you looking crazy, and now you done did all that talking about somebody, and then the whole time what? Now you looking at
you never intend to hurt a person.
You don't, bro. You don't intend
to. And you don't know how deep the hurt is for them. And then look, this is the thing that gets you. You can't tell them when the hurt is over.
Exactly, bro. Because it's their hurt.
Yeah.
It's their hurt. Like, you know what I mean? So it's,
Yeah,
it's tough.
I think what I heard too, a few things is that when you were talking about the communication, it feels as though, like we said, that this is where it lacks the most sometimes in most people's relationship, right? And I would also just venture to say it spans across black, white, gray, all the colors of the rainbow, Chinese, whatever origins, but that also too more so in our black community because we haven't been taught well. I think we're getting better in this generation now.
This generation, yes.
But coming up, like we haven't been taught well to talk, right? And not just say what I feel, but process and then say, right?
Yes.
What did that make me feel like, and how can I say it to you that I don't feel stupid for saying it, right?
Right.
And then to a point where, because I think what I also heard you say, which I'm glad that you brought this up, is that if I say it, I don't even know if I have the words. I don't even know how I can say it right. This is also in our relationship with Jesus Christ, is that he doesn't look for the right words, right? Remember, Moses had a stutter, right? He knew that there was brokenness,
yes.
right? There were things that were in him that wasn't perfect, which is why he doesn't demand perfection, right?
Yes.
He knew that there were things. There may be like everybody has their own good set of skills. You may be a good communicator, but I may be a better listener,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So how do I listen better while you communicate, right? What am I actually, while I'm listening, while you're communicating, I'm actually listening for the things you're not saying, right? While I'm talking, you're actually, or while I'm talking, because if I'm not the best communicator, you're actually trying to listen now or hearing the words, like the words are making sense for you. But I think those things are up front. One, like I said, should be drawn out from one. I don't knock therapy. I think therapy is very important because, again, of things that are suppressed. Because like you mentioned, you said too, hey, I try to give myself time and I walk away. But then sometimes, like, we walk away so we don't have to deal with it.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden we walk away so we don't have to deal with it. And then it becomes, because we don't bring it up anymore, it becomes something that sits on top of something else, right?
And so it's just like in a text message. Y'all going back and forth, and then they go unread on a real conversation. You're thinking what they're about to say next.
Yeah.
Instead of what they're going to say next. That's why I don't like texting people in a conversation. Especially not arguing. Not nothing serious. Because my tone in a text message might not be the tone when I say it out my mouth.
Yeah, you might have to think about what you're trying to say.
And the thing is that I'm learning about is that when you don't, if you always walk away, you never it's
not resolved.
It's not resolved.
Yeah, nothing's ever resolved.
You cannot, as you said, defensive listen.
Yeah.
Meaning what? And I had to learn that from my relationship.
Be ready for the argument.
I was ready to respond,
right,
rather than listen to what she was saying.
Active listening. Yeah.
You have to active listen. Don't defensive listen.
Yeah.
People can defensively listen.
Yeah.
Meaning, because. No,
Right.
Listen to what she's saying first.
Yeah.
Or you talking before she even finished
right.
talking.
No, because
How you gonna keep so? How you talking? And I'm trying to tell you what's going on.
Right.
And because I'm telling you from my mind.
Exactly.
I'm not. You can't tell me what my mind is thinking.
Yeah.
You can't.
And that causes a lot of problems in relationships too.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell your significant other how they're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
And women do it a lot. Well, you won't never say, well, wait a minute now. That's not what I was trying to say. But I'm just saying, you acting all scared. Wait a minute, I'm not acting scared.
Right.
I just don't want to cuss you out.
Exactly. I don't want to say the wild.
I don't want to say the wildest thing, but that's really going on in my head.
Right.
You ain't all that, but you act like it.
Yeah.
You ain't as clean as you think you are, but you act like it.
You know what I'm saying? And then you be having that in your head to say. That's why I say sometimes you just need your time, and then you got to come back to the conversation at this point. Because
you don't make all the money, but you act like it.
Right.
You ain't that respectful, but you act like you are. And then you got to watch the person that think they know everything too.
Yeah.
That's the worst person.
I used to be that person. Think I knew everything.
That's the
You
worst.
still coming
Until
out of that.
you get humbled, bro.
That's it.
And the one person that humbles you is God above.
Yeah.
He will humble you. You know why?
He will.
Because the very thing you think you know, you don't know. You don't know.
No, that's true.
And the very thing you think you would never do, you would do. And that's what hurts. And not only does it hurt you, it hurts them, and then you feel like you hurt him more than you hurt anybody. So you even stay away from him, which is God.
Yeah.
And the more you stay away from him, the more the devil gets to be able to do this.
Yeah, because I think in our minds we equate this earthly relationship with this heavenly relationship.
Oh, come on, say that one more time. Lord.
So we stay away because the people on earth didn't grant us grace. We stay away because the people on earth talked about us and knew our flaws and said them out loud.
Jeez.
We stay away
Or they
from
tweeted
him,
it, or they posted it.
because they shamed us, right?
Yes.
They made us feel less than, and we equate that relationship on earth with the same relationship we have in heaven, when the Bible speaks of those relationships are not the same at all.
At all.
This is a Christ that wants us broken, but on earth, I don't want no broken man. Right?
Jeez.
I don't want no weak man.
I don't
But
want no,
this
Christ, I don't
this
want
Christ is offering us grace because he decided to be broken for us.
We ask for transparency, but we really don't want it.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah, you
for
really
sure.
don't want it. You really
For
don't want-
sure.
You really don't want
For
transparency.
sure.
Can I really tell you that I'm scared of everything I really do?
You hear me? Listen, you really don't want it, and you don't want it because it's not the popular thing. It's not popular.
Can I tell you that I have a father? He taught us well, but I don't know how to be one. With my kids.
Yeah.
He could be that for us.
Yeah.
And he didn't even tell you that he didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are the things that you can't be transparent with people because they'll shame you for.
Right.
Yes.
I
Right.
don't know how to save money.
Yep.
But I won't ask you to help
Yeah,
me.
help me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to what? Feel like you managing and ruling what I say.
Yeah.
When really I need your help.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is, isn't that the spirit that the Lord talks about and against, is that pride? And that's what happens before we fall.
But
Exactly.
is it pride when
You feel like
when it's coming from like it's already happened to you, like meaning like if I came to you and I was already open and then now I've been, you put my business out there, or you what's the name? Now it's not pride. It's almost like a reserve.
It's
like,
fear.
Yeah, it's like
It's fear now.
I'm not gonna let that happen to me.
Right.
Yeah,
So it
it's
could.
fair.
So I think. So going to your point, I think it could be both emotions. I think it could be pride or fear. If
Right.
I want to seem like that I am the man of the house and nobody can tell me what to do, and I don't want to feel ashamed by what I don't know. Right. That could be also pride because I'm thinking about me. Right?
Right.
Pride is self-conscious. I wouldn't say. I would say self-conscious, but always putting me first, right? I am doing this in a way that I don't want to be looked at different. And all the while, because I am carrying the weight of, I don't want to be ashamed,
Right.
I'm losing everything, right? Everything is falling apart. But there's also, to your point, there is fear. There is
Right.
being reserved. There is like, okay, I tried this before and it turned out bad. Well, I'm definitely not trying to do it again, and it all turns out bad again.
Look, that just go back to the topic that we speaking about.
Yeah.
Now. It's almost like the same thing, right? Where it's like, okay, well, say you this happened, right? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You go to the person, bam, your business gets put out there, this and this. Now, if you're in a relationship type situation, then that's one thing. But then you can go to work, and now you got a girl that listens to you. That's
Yeah.
all the time listen to you.
Yeah.
Can give you everything you want because you ain't getting that at home because you
Yeah.
thinking, look, if I say this, I'm gonna get judged like this, or they gonna say this. It's gonna be, oh, I'm not gonna talk to me, this and this. But then you got the other person over here every day. She good, like, oh yeah, look, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to do this, do that, and you
Yeah.
feel more open to talk. You feel more open to do certain things because you just feel like this is what I need. Not saying that you should do it. I'm not saying
Right.
that. What I'm saying is, it always presents itself like that, where it's like it's always
Deception.
Yeah, like
So let's think about it like this. I don't think nobody even said it like this. And I'm not adding to the Bible. I'm just giving
Yeah.
me, I just like to stretch.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's to say that Eve never talked to Adam about the tree? But he didn't want to hear her because he knew what God said.
yeah.
But then you got a man or a serpent that listened to you
Yeah.
about the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But did he really say?
Right.
exactly.
But Adam said, but he did say.
Right.
So I'm so busy working,
Right.
I ain't listening to my spouse.
Yeah. And the thing is, mind you, again, to your point, she gets drawn away from her own lust because remember, these are questions that are internal.
And it's loud.
Yes. And it's
these
loud.
These are loud questions that a person that is a deceiver can pick up on.
Yeah.
20 always look better than 80 when you ain't getting a 20.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
20 always looks better than 80 when you ain't getting the 20.
Yeah.
That's like, I ain't getting the sex on a regular basis.
Right.
I ain't getting the talking to on a I'm not getting the affirmation.
Yeah.
But you got a girl that can, man, you smell so good.
Right.
Boy, I would do this to you. I would do that to you. And the 20 sounds louder than the 80 stabilization that you got at home. So then when you fall, you fail because of the 20 that you wasn't getting.
Right.
And I think that goes back to one, opening up and being, like you said, transparent and being able to have those conversations up front. I think a lot of things are, like we said before, is our last episode. We do it off of what was the episode? Perception.
Yes. Oh, potential.
Potential, right?
Yeah.
So
falling in love with potential.
Right. We don't come in, and I'm not saying, and I think people also, like I said, fear that, oh God, I'm about to give this man a resume, right? I have this list, this interview, right, of questions, but I don't think they have to be set up in that way that you have to hit this box, hit this box, hit this box. But I think the conversations are important. Of, hey, how do you like to have conversations, right? How do you like to talk? Do you run away from conversations? And I think sometimes because we want to have the nice bag, we want to be an Instagram famous couple, right? This deception of looking good, that we don't realize that because we didn't ask the hard questions, now we're in a tizzy that it's a cycle, right? It becomes a cycle of, all right, well, I know that she probably just gonna want about $20. This is how I'm like, cause
I gotta beg for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta egg. So I gotta,
like you said before.
Yeah. Or I gotta buy you something for you to do for me.
That's what he said before. It's like, all right, I messed up. Now let me go ahead and buy something.
Yeah.
Like, if that's always going to be, not everybody wants that, and not everybody.
I had a person tell me that one time. I messed up, and I bought her something. She was like, "Don't think because you buy me something that we done with this conversation."
Right. I want to talk.
Right,
like the situation. I want the
but I
situation to be
wasn't
resolved.
used to
entering
into a conversation.
Right.
Money was conversation easier. Though.
Yeah, it does.
Yes,
Well, you try, but you think it does. Not to mature people, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Immature people, that will soften it.
Yeah.
Mature people like this, nah, I know you got me this, but nah, let's put that to the side. Let's talk about what just happened here.
Yeah.
Because now we got to be face to face. Because why? If we don't get it out on the table. But another thing too, don't ask me to open up and you shut the door when I start talking.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem though. I feel like that's the problem. I think it's like when you open up, it's the fact of, it's like, dang, I didn't think that you was gonna act like that when I came out, when I actually opened up. Now I'm really reserved because I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to have that look that you just gave me. I don't want to have that what you just, what's name? Now we can't talk for 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
Right.
And I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody, what's name? Because I'm still going through too. But now you acting different. How do you think I supposed to act? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't just be doing the same thing, and I came to you open, and I'm ready to pull them harder where I don't do it.
Well, I think, and I'm just going to speak on the other side. I think a lot of that also looks like selfishness, and I'm gonna tell you why. You can't tell me how to receive information when you just told me you broke my heart, right? You can't tell me how to act when you just dropped on me that. You got 6 months, right? I lost my job because I was gambling. It don't even have to be sex, or because, I'm sitting here doing good by you, right? The wifely duties, trying to communicate, all the while you've been. And the thing is, people, always equate to cheating, but you've been not just cheating on me, cheating on our family, right? You have not put our kids first. You have not put yourself. You feel like you've put yourself first, but you haven't even put yourself first. Because if you thought about yourself, right? If you thought about how this would make you feel after this, then you would probably have a second thought about how this will. Like you said, now I gotta feel away because you feel away, right? If you feel like you're suffering too, then why wasn't that suffering put in the forefront before you did it?
Because the hurt speaks louder than the suffering. Meaning what? When you feel like you're not getting, you go from being okay with it to reasoning with it.
Yeah.
Reasoning with the feelings.
When you reason with the feelings, you will make big mistakes.
Yeah.
Eve and Adam reasoned with the feeling. Lord, this the person you gave me. I'm reasoning with it now. I ain't taking no accountability for what just happened.
Right.
And when we don't take accountability, remember, Saul and David were two different people.
Yep.
Saul messed up. He blamed, I was doing this for God. David messed up. He said, Lord, unto you have I sinned.
Right.
Who did God keep? David.
Yeah.
Because David didn't reason with the feeling or the sin. When we come in reasoning with something, you will never be forgiven for that.
And I
Why?
actually,
Because you're reasoning with it.
Yeah.
You won't even be able to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Because you reasoning with it like, well, I did this because,
Yeah.
instead of love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
Because if we love our neighbor as ourselves, if we really love ourselves, we will love her. We'll love him and love her. Love is so unselfish.
Yeah.
And it's bigger than what we say.
Yeah.
It's more what we do.
And I think that's also too a character trait that has to be revealed and redefined, right?
Okay.
When you're somebody that doesn't like to cause people harm, right? So someone, I would say my brother and I are in the same boat, right? We don't like confrontation, right? We don't like to be in a space where things are not cool, right? Let's just let it be cool.
Right.
And sometimes what we fail to realize on the other side of that is that everything ain't cool, but you're trying to make stuff cool. And when every time if you're trying to control the situation to make it cool, one day it's going to blow up and you can't control it.
That's it.
Right? And so how do we do small changes, right? Small straws in the big wind. What if we decided one day to come into a relationship with full transparency, to say, hey, I'm really happy to talk to you today. I'm really happy that we're trying to embark on this journey, but here's some things that have happened to me in my past, and I don't want to go down this road with you. What would that look like? I cheat a little bit, and I like to spend money, and I like to be flashy sometimes, and I think that's cool, but I love the Lord, and I want you and I to do something great together, build businesses, build a family, build an empire. I want that to happen, but I'm not sure how I will show up every day to you.
Right,
and I'm scared about it a little bit because I don't know what that's going to look like for me and you, and if you will stick around long enough that I can be myself. Good.
And then also you have to ask too, and you have to ask yourself, and then you have to tell them, how do you medicate hurt?
Oh, yeah.
Some people medicate loneliness with pornography.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Some people mask insecurities with spending.
Yeah.
Some people run away because they never could speak when they was children.
Right.
So they'll run away and hide because I couldn't tell my parents how I really felt. So if I didn't feel like I can tell the ones that birthed me, I really can't talk to you.
And I think too, that was very profound. And if we just being honest, my brother, when he was growing up, had a speech impediment. So, and he still does it every now and then, but it's only when he gets excited. So he was like a Moses. He stuttered a lot. And I think literally this feels like a light bulb, like right when you said it, is like, because people took so long back in the day, they're like, get it out, say it now. And then he's like, and then so he always has been used to. I'm not about to explain that because I got to. First of all, it's taken me a long time for it to even come out. I hear it in my head, but it's not coming out my mouth. And so now you want me to talk fast, tell you how I feel, and I have to.
I'm trying.
Right. And so I think now because he doesn't have that problem like that anymore, is that it's still something that's stuck with him,
the
right?
Scars that are still
it's
there.
the scars, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I think, like we said, these are the things that happen that has to be brought out from the internal conversations first, right? Okay, you did it again, but why did you? What did you feel when you were doing that? How did it look? What was the turning point? When did you feel like you couldn't say anything anymore? When did you feel like it started to shift? When did you feel lonely again? When do you remember when? Did it happen so fast that you couldn't remember when? Or do you know exactly when? And most people know when.
So let me ask you a question though. So because y'all married, do y'all ever feel lonely?
Yes.
In marriage?
Yes.
Like,
absolutely.
Right. I feel like that's what I be feeling that in relationships too sometimes. It's like it's like you here, but you ain't really here.
Yeah.
And it's like
You be on
like,
autopilot.
Right.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
it happens like that because again, like I said, I don't want to mirror the earthly relationship with the spiritual relationship, but there are instances where there are similarities, right? God didn't speak to the children of Israel 400 years only through prophets, right?
Yeah.
So you would think that somebody that the prophet is saying that we should follow would talk to us, would show up. Not just once every blue moon, right? Not okay. He did this. He did these miracles, then left us. Where you at? Like if this is supposed to be you're telling me that you want us in right relationship with you, but I don't hear from you, right? You want, and so I think there are instances where you just have to, like I said, in some places, like we say now, we're settled in. We have longevity in our relationships, right? So you could be in a place, and I think lonely and quiet can be different, right? Right. So you could be in a place that you do feel lonely because there are some things that you still yearn for. Because again, like you said, in a relationship, you're still growing. Your mindset is still changing, right? There are things that are changing in your body. And I would say that from a physicality and like pH, like women, men, like literally testosterone's are, like when men get older, they want to do stuff more. When women get older, we're getting settled. We're like, that ain't, we ain't, I mean, there's other things that
I don't know. Sometimes it might be the opposite.
I know, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it can be the opposite because, to be honest with you, some women, if you talk to them, they say that their sex drive is higher when they get older.
Yeah.
Really?
And some men, because they wore it out when they was younger,
Right.
it ain't as potent when they get older.
So I think it could be taken from different places, but I think to my point is that, just like our earthly father he gives us space to grow. I think we need to define, or like we said, get to the root of why do you feel lonely? What does loneliness feel like? Right? Because I think sometimes we can just equate loneliness for I'm not settled in myself to be by myself. I don't know me. And it's the fear of not knowing me by myself. I'm equating this, but because you're not here, I'm lonely. But it's not you making me feel lonely. I'm just lonely because there's something in me that is not fulfilled, or that I feel like I can't be alone.
The scars from the past.
Yeah.
Like, and then what I'm learning too is, if you keep these type of things going, then you will make offsprings like Cain.
Yep.
Meaning what? Who's to say, because of the relationship that Cain saw with his mother and father with God, that it wasn't hard for him to slay his brother? Meaning
because
what?
they were already deceivers.
They were already out.
Traitors.
They were already traitors. And the thing is that Abel looked good before God.
Yep.
And anything I'm looking at that you look good before you keep. And anything that don't look good before you get away from. So because I can't say nothing to you directly, I'll kill what's next to you that you love. And sometimes because I'm hurt, I hurt the thing that's next to me.
Yeah.
Because Cain was hurt of the rejection that he got from God. He hurted the thing that God loved, which was Abel. So now I'm sitting there like, oh my God, boom. I couldn't get to you because you're more powerful than me. But I can get to the thing that you love, which is Abel. Because the Bible said Abel gave a better sacrifice than Cain.
For sure.
Even though the hurt was because of me, I internalized it was because of you. And since I rationalized it like that, I killed the thing that's next to you that you love. Because I'm hurt and I want you to hurt. So he said, where's your brother? Because his blood cries from the ground. He said, I ain't my brother's keeper. I don't know where he at. You know. You ain't accept nothing from me anyway. So I'll put a mark on you now. Because now your hurts start to show. It'll start to show. You get what I mean? When you start being hurt enough, you push it into your offspring. He ain't no good men out there. Don't trust him, girl. And don't ever let a man tell you what to do when he's supposed to be the leader of your home. So now the hurt shows up in your children, and you wonder why she's 35 and not married, because she don't trust no man because of you. Why is he promiscuous? Because his father, because he didn't know how to be alone, had always had women around. So now you push that into your kid, your son can't be without two women.
And there are also generational curses where it jumps a generation.
Yes,
too.
it does.
Because if you go back to the lineage and you see that these things were prevalent in your generation, you need to figure out what was the reason for that too, right? And I don't again, the Lord can heal any and all manner of disease, but also some things really come from just having a really bad mental health crisis, right? Yeah. People are sociopaths. They can't feel, right? People just, they don't know what hurt looks like because they don't understand it themselves, right? So there are things that, you know, that people actually feel emotionally that are in the right mind to be like, tag, I'm going through this cycle. I'm hurting. I don't know why this is, but then, all right, I go to therapy and I feel like there's some things that come out, or I look within myself and or somebody actually said something to me and this light bulb went off. Okay, I get it. But there are some people that you can talk to until you're blue in the face and they just won't feel because they can't feel. They just can't. They don't know how to feel. Don't know what that looks like because there's such a mental blockage or the chromosome or whatever else. Yeah. And the thing is, like I said before, God can heal all manner of diseases. But I'm saying it's a different push that way. That means the angles have to be a little bit different when you're talking to somebody that can't feel, opposed to somebody that feels, but their feelings are submerged, right, under hurt, right, or the realness of them is in a place that's dark. Yeah.
Because when you get good with people, and that's why you got to watch relationships that you get into also. When you get with a person that was half of something and you have a whole of something, your whole looks really difficult to their half. Meaning what? I only can see it from a half perspective. You can see things from a whole perspective. And if you can see things from a whole perspective, they seeing it from the half, you got to reason with the half that they know. I got to reason with what you know. Because if I give you what out of that, I'm going to lose you in translation. Yeah. And then not saying that means you're dumb. Not saying that. Right. It's just that you didn't have it all like that. Yeah. So if I was a talker and you were just a person that yelled, I may well need to say, babe, listen, before you say something, right. Let's just sit down and talk about this. Right. And I understand how you feel. Because you got to bring them down to a level that they understand too. Look, I understand that your mama was cheated on, your aunts was cheated on, your grandmother, Pop had 3 kids outside the marriage. Listen, yes, I had a mistake. I did. Yeah. But let me explain myself.
Do y'all think cheating is learned or it's in you?
I think it's learned. I think it's learned because everybody don't cheat.
I feel like it's two sides. I think some people. I don't think that it's okay. I guess it is kind of learned. Like, you know, so I guess you had to see it from somewhere. But I don't know because it's being in a relationship. Some people don't have a good example of relationship, but they can be in a good relationship. They can be a good person like to have, but never grew up like that.
Join us next week as we continue the conversation right here on Throwing Salt Podcast. Throwing salt, throwing salt. Throwing salt, throwing salt, throwing salt.
Yeah, and then that becomes it comes in like, I don't know if I can put my all in because of that person already did this, and like now if I do my all and then I get hurt again, I'm sick. Now it's like I can't do that again. I can't.
And when it looks like or even seems like what you came from, you just retreat. You're like, I gotta go, and that's where hurt has not been resolved. Yeah.